My wife Emily and I are both heart surgeons. The day her parents were about to get caught in a landslide during their trip, she insisted on going out of town with her crush to see fireworks. I didn't force her to go with me to help rescue them. Instead, I drove there alone to witness the landslide with my own eyes. In my previous life, because I forced her to come with me, she missed the fireworks Evan had prepared for her. Evan got so mad he drank himself silly and ended up in a car crash that shattered his body. At the funeral, Emily, filled with disgust, pushed me off a rooftop to join her beloved in death. Heartbroken, she blamed it all on me. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself back on the day of the landslide. This time, I decided to grant her romantic wishes. Little did she know, those fireworks came at a steep price. Every cell in my body screamed with the pain of broken bones. Just as I was about to be consumed by this suffocating agony, Emily's voice rang in my ears. Larry, watching fireworks with him is a promise we made in our youth. Who are you to stop me? Move! I snapped my eyes open to meet her beautiful yet loathing eyes. Her delicate fair skin and tender face were captivating. Even when she was mad, nothing like a murderer with rage. But this was the very woman I loved for 5 years, who pushed me off a rooftop, leaving me broken to pieces. Get out of my way, why are you just standing there? I'm gonna miss my flight. Emily, seeing me unmoved, stomped her high heel on my foot. That jolted me out of my reverie. I looked at her earnestly, took out my phone, and showed her a message. It was from a classmate, an expert in geology, predicting a landslide in city tonight, precisely where her parents' convoy would pass. Just like last time, she dismissed it and tossed my phone back. When have those so-called experts online ever been right? You're really pulling out all stops to keep me from seeing Evan, even resorting to such childish excuses. I seriously overestimated you. I'm warning you, do whatever you want, but don't you dare joke about my parents' lives. You know how long I've waited for this moment? 10 years. Evan is finally making it happen. If you stand in my way, you'll pay. This time, unlike before, I stayed calm and continued trying to reason with her. He's very professional. Every geological disaster he predicted came true. Are you really going to risk your parents' lives for a man? The next second, she grabbed a trophy and smashed it against my head. Pain exploded across my forehead, and warm blood trickled down my face. I saw the bloodied trophy in her hand and stayed silent. If you curse my parents again, I won't mind hitting you more. Today, I have to see him. Move. Then she walked away in those heels and vanished from my sight. In the previous life, she didn't hit me with the trophy because I had restrained her hands and forced her to leave with me. Only at the brink of life and death, when we rescued her parents from the mud, did she believe me. That action not only saved her parents but also the entire convoy. I thought she'd be moved by that, but she said nothing. The next morning, she stubbornly packed her bags to keep her appointment. That's when we found out Evan died in a drunk driving crash. She went crazy, driving alone to be by his side, personally bringing back his ashes and organizing the funeral. I understood and helped from the sidelines. Little did I know she would bury the seed to kill me in her heart. I found the first aid kit at home and treated my wound. It was already past 7. Last life, the landslide hit around 9 at night. We barely made it. Now, with the delay from the argument and treating my wound, driving there seemed impossible to make it in time. Still, as a doctor with compassion, I quickly started the car, hoping I could speed there in time to save those lives. While driving, I called the emergency rescue numbers, explained the situation, and urged them to prepare in advance. Even if I couldn't stop it, timely rescue could still reduce casualties. Then I called a hospital director nearby, who happened to be Emily's uncle. I figured it'd be easier to talk to someone familiar. As soon as the call connected, I explained everything and urged him to get all medical staff ready for possible emergencies. But he responded angrily, "Larry, are you nuts? Why drag everyone into your marital spat? You know spreading such rumors is legally responsible once exposed." Emily just asked me. If there was a real threat, I'd be informed first. There's simply nothing like that happening. Please, uncle, listen. It's real. Maybe you missed the notification. Can you please check again? I pleaded desperately. Bull. I've been working diligently for 20 years in this hospital. What are you implying? Ruin my career? And just because your wife is meeting an old friend, you make such a fuss? Before I could argue more, he hung up. Quickly, I called the hospital's dean, hoping for some sanity. After a while, the call connected. Hi, I'm Larry from City B Hospital. I know who you are. I was right there when you talked to the director. Larry, I've heard of your skills in heart surgery from your hospital, praised by your director. But I never thought you'd be this narrow-minded, using resources for personal issues. I think I'll inform your director about reassessing your character, whether you're fit to be a doctor. Once again, the call ended. I felt helpless, just for wanting to save lives. Was that so wrong? Now, my last hope rested with Emily's parents. Hey, Larry, what's up? It's kinda late for a call. Your dad and I are on the road. I cut her off, almost shouting, Mom, get your group to turn around. Don't head up the mountain road. There's gonna be a landslide in 2 hours. She sounded a bit panicked on the phone. What? Really? I haven't heard anything like that. Yes, it's true. Please, you have to believe me. You really can't keep going. I was practically begging at this point. Then my father-in-law took the phone. All right, don't worry about it. I'll radio the lead car. Hearing that finally eased the weight off my chest, and I slowed down the car. Since I was already on the highway, I thought I'd head over to find them. Their group is made up of older folks doing an RV tour. The weather's bad out there, and if anything happens, I might be able to help. By around 9, I called my mother-in-law again. Mom, where are you? I'm coming to find you. But her next words chilled me. We're already on the mountain road. You should turn back. What? Didn't I tell you to turn around? Why didn't you listen? I saw Emily's post. She's always liked Evan since she was little. She's finally getting to fulfill her wish. You need to be more understanding. You're her husband. It's not like she's gonna do anything behind your back. I know Emily left you while she went to see the fireworks, and you're upset and jealous. But you can't ruin our plans with your dad. Just deal with it tonight. Emily will be home tomorrow. She hung up on me after that. Last time, this was exactly what happened. No one believed me, not even Emily. But back then, I had more time and managed to stop them before they hit the most dangerous part. Now, there just isn't enough time. Like mother, like daughter, they both romanticize things that could get people killed. I was so mad I didn't know what to do next. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was Evan. I answered with a sarcastic tone, "What do you want?" A lazy voice came from the other side. "Oh, just letting you know Emily's with me now. So, stop making a fool of yourself." Before I could reply, Emily grabbed the phone and yelled, "If you're sick, go see a doctor. Stop being a nuisance. Scaring my mom and calling my uncle. I'll put you in a mental hospital when I get back." Then Evan chimed in, "Larry, I haven't even tried yet, and you've already lost. Seems you're really not good enough for my Emily. Take a genuine suggestion, get a divorce." I was so furious, I banged my fists on the steering wheel. Even with a second chance at life, dealing with this kind of provocation still got me riled up. But it sparked my determination. If you guys don't believe me and are bent on getting yourselves killed, I won't let it happen. With only 20 minutes till the landslide, I pulled out my phone and opened a video app. Their group has a bit of an online presence, posting videos of every leg of their journey on this platform. I quickly used the private message function to send a video. "Are you the leader? Tell everyone to stop and turn around immediately. In 20 minutes, there's going to be a landslide ahead. If you don't want to die, turn back now." The leader seemed frightened by my expression and stuttered, Some of the guys mentioned it, but it doesn't seem likely. They said you're just playing a prank because you're upset with your wife." I lost it, shouting angrily, "What do you know? What good is it if it doesn't seem likely to you? Isn't there anyone in your group who knows about this stuff? Ask them." Annoyed by my attitude, he snapped back, "Why are you so rude? You keep this up, and I'll report you for spreading rumors and get the cops." "Fine. If it's fake, do whatever you want. Okay? Just turn around now." He hung up the call on me. Then, my phone rang again. It was my father-in-law. As soon as I picked up, he started berating me. How could you be so disrespectful to our team leader? Don't you have any manners? I was half convinced by you, but now I'm completely not. You're a lying, disrespectful punk. My daughter was unlucky marrying you. And then he blocked me. With just over 10 minutes left until the landslide, I called the team leader again. So, did you check with someone knowledgeable? I did. They did say there's a risk. We're turning back now, but your in-laws won't listen. I've tried, but they insist on moving forward. I really can't stop them. It was already too late, and I finally gave in to despair. At 9:05 p.m., the landslide began. After making calls and shouting this whole ride, my throat was raw. A bit dizzy, I pulled over to rest before heading to Emily's uncle's hospital. The rescue team had confirmed to me earlier they'd managed to save over 20 people and were on their way to the hospital. I suddenly felt a wave of relief flood over me. Thank goodness someone took me seriously. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to save so many so quickly. When I arrived at the hospital, the emergency room was chaotic, with doctors and nurses overwhelmed. I heard the hospital director urgently calling for more staff. I was worried sick about Emily's parents but couldn't find them anywhere after searching all over. Then the RV group leader grabbed me. "Young man, you're our lifesaver." He tried to kneel down to thank me, but I quickly stopped him. "It's okay as long as everyone's all right. Thanks to you, we turned around in time, so we were spared. Although we did hit part of the landslide, it wasn't severe. Everyone just got minor injuries. As people heard us, they started to gather around. Yeah, if we had stubbornly continued, we'd have been buried in the worst part of the landslide." I was about to ask about my father and mother-in-law's whereabouts when the rescue team leader pulled me aside, with a reporter in tow. "Hey, you must be Larry, right? Honestly, thanks to your heads up, we were able to come up with a plan in advance and prevent a lot of losses." Suddenly, a round of applause erupted in the ER lobby. I didn't really pay attention to it, just kept looking around. Then I noticed my uncle rushing towards me, his lab coat stained with fresh blood. "Larry, please, save Emily's mom." My heart skipped a beat, and I quickly asked what was going on. "Uncle, take a deep breath first. What's happening with them?" He told me they were trapped in the worst-hit area. When they were rescued, Emily's dad was already gone, but my sister, Emily's mom, was still fighting. "But?" I urged him to continue. Suddenly, my uncle kneeled in front of me, tears streaming down as he grabbed my hand. "This is my fault, I admit it. I missed the info from the higher-ups. I misunderstood you and even yelled at you. I'm to blame. Punish me however you want, but my sister's got a skull-based tumor. It's ruptured, and she needs immediate surgery or she won't make it. Our hospital can't handle a surgery this complex. There are barely any doctors nationwide who can. Please figure something out. She can only hold on for 5 more hours." Hearing this made me lose all hope. After all my efforts, I still couldn't save them. "Evan can handle this surgery. He specializes in this area. He's there right now, so if we fly him here, it's possible." "Have you contacted him?" Called, but no answer. "I know Emily's with him, but she's got her phone off." I shook my head, pulled out my phone, and said, "I can only try. Can't promise it'll go through." Then, I FaceTimed Evan. Surprisingly, he picked up instantly. On the screen, there he was, shirtless, flaunting his muscles with a smug smile, clearly in a hotel room. "Looks like someone won't give up." "Huh?" Annoyed, I shouted, "No time to mess around. Emily's mom's tumor is ruptured and life-threatening. If you catch the next flight, you can save her." But he acted like he didn't hear me, going on about, "Don't you want to know what Emily's doing? She's showering. We're sharing a room. Look at the candlelit dinner and wine I set up for her." He panned the camera around, showing Emily's scattered lingerie on the bed. But I didn't care to argue. I said, "I'm not lying. Emily's dad has passed away, and her mom's waiting for you to save her. Are you listening?" My uncle, who was desperate, snatched the phone, begging, "Evan, what will it take for you to come back? I'll bow to you if needed." I thought seeing my uncle would convince him, but Evan stayed dismissive. "Ha, Larry, you're good. Got Emily's uncle to join your act. But no, Emily's mine, only mine. Give it up and stop messing with us." I yelled, I'm not acting. It's real. But the call ended. My uncle collapsed, crying. We sat on the hallway floor, counting down time, watching Emily's mom slip away. By dawn, she was gone. Exhausted, I drove home. I couldn't reach Emily, so I had to wait to tell her face to face. While waiting, I quickly packed up all my stuff, moved it to my friend's place. I even ripped down our huge wedding photo and threw it away. After I was done, Emily came back, all smiles, with Evan following her. Seeing me, they immediately put on serious faces. Evan sneered, "Wow, you really go all in on your act. Huh. You do look like someone who lost family." I calmly replied, "Yeah, someone did lose their parents, but not mine, Emily's." She slapped me hard. "You must be crazy. I said never to curse my parents." I stayed emotionless, staring at her. "You can hit me, but it's the truth. You can't change it." She snapped, "Fine. I'll call my parents right now and see what you say then." But when she rummaged through her bag, she paused, embarrassed. "Where's your phone?" I asked with a smile. She glanced at Evan, looking guilty. "Oh, I lost it, my fault." Well, Evan's phone wasn't lost, right? The news was all over last night, he should have seen it. Plus, it was in our hospital's group chat and newsletter. He could have seen it. The headline was about 2 victims, even mentioned my name and my in-laws. "Evan, you can read, right?" Emily looked shaken by my words and reached for my phone. But Evan pulled her close and kissed her deeply. They carried on for a bit before stopping. "Emily, he's lying." "I didn't see anything," Evan said. "Larry, give it up. No point fighting. She's always loved me. You're just a clown. A stand-in for lonely nights. Get it?" I sighed, pulled out the divorce papers from my bag, and handed them to Emily. "Evan's got a point, we should divorce." She stared at me in disbelief. "Who gave you the right to divorce me? You were the one chasing me. If anyone's filing, it's me." I laughed. "Fine, let's say it's yours. No difference. Just sign. Don't regret it later." I nodded solemnly. Picking up the signed divorce papers made me feel relieved. I walked straight to the door. "All right, this home is yours now. I've taken all my things, including my love for you. Oh, by the way, Emily, your parents' bodies are still at Uncle's hospital. Go check on them. There's one more thing you need to know. You could have saved your mom. But the one holding you now didn't allow the surgery. He prolonged it for 5 hours until she passed. Must have been a hopeless wait for her." I handed my phone to Emily. "If you don't believe me, call Uncle. He's on the brink too." No sooner had I done that, Evan knocked the phone out of my hand and gave Emily hers from his bag. Emily looked at him in surprise. "Didn't you say you threw out my phone?" Evan gently kissed her cheek. "I only wanted us to have some uninterrupted time together." When she switched it on, her phone was flooded with missed calls and texts. Without checking them, she called her uncle directly. The moment he answered, he exploded. "You unfilial child. Bastard. How could my sister give birth to someone like you? All would have been fine, but you insisted Larry was lying. You got your parents killed. Got it? As for your shameless so-called first love, not fit to be a doctor, ignoring a life right in front of him. Your mom could have lived. While your parents were buried under tons of mud, you were out with that dog man watching fireworks, having an affair. You don't deserve to be their daughter. I won't let you attend their funeral. From now on, you don't exist to me." Uncle went on a tirade and then hung up, leaving Emily in total shock. "No way, you're all in on this together, right? You're lying to me. Mom called me just last night, saying she'd make braised ribs when she got back. This must be a joke." She suddenly grabbed my arm and shook it. "Larry, tell me the truth. Stop acting. If you tell me everything's fake, we won't get divorced. Okay? I'll do whatever you say. Just say this isn't real." I shook my head hopelessly. "If you still don't believe, I can take you to see their bodies." She nodded repeatedly, ready to leave with me. But Evan pulled her back forcefully. "Emily, did I give you permission to go? You've signed the divorce papers, you're not his anymore. I order you to stay with me." A flash of barely noticeable violence crossed his eyes. Startled me, but then I let it go. No matter what, it's got nothing to do with me anymore. Unexpectedly, Emily broke free from his grip. Now's not the time for romance. They said my parents are dead. Dead. Got it? I need to prove it's all a lie. No need to go, it's true. It's already online. Evan showed Emily the news on his phone. She slowly looked up, her tone icy. Didn't you say there was no news, that nothing was seen? What difference does it make? They're dead. Telling you wouldn't change anything. Why not enjoy our time and deal with this later? It's the same. Emily clenched her fists, trembling. So you really ignored them? Evan smiled, spreading his hands. No one asked me to save her. I'm a doctor. If I knew, I'd have saved her first. Emily, remember, everything I made you do was for your best. He then gestured towards the door. Larry, please leave. If you don't, I'll have to charge you with trespassing on Emily's behalf. I took one last look at Emily's blank face and walked away without looking back. Later, I heard Evan accompanied Emily to her uncle's hospital to make funeral arrangements. They were met with a barrage of slaps from Uncle, and then both were thrown out. Emily had to kneel outside the memorial hall for 3 days and nights. Her uncle didn't allow her at the burial either. She could only sneak to the cemetery at night, holding her parents' tombstones, crying. Hearing this, I felt no sympathy for her, nor did I feel victorious. Just a reflection on life. In my past life, I died wrongly. This time, even after striving to save everyone, I still miscalculated. It's like a cosmic game of chess. Death and life intertwined. After this event, I returned to work at the hospital. I thought they'd fire Evan because his actions were unethical. But within days, any negative news about him vanished. And the director even ordered not to discuss the incident. He used all his power to protect Evan. Angrily, I stormed into the director's office. How can this be brushed off like nothing? He indirectly caused a death. I said no discussing it in the hospital, including you. The director slammed his desk. He's the top neurosurgeon in the country. Regardless of his character, his skills are evident. His name alone brings us enormous profit. Can you? Director, doctors should be compassionate. We can't be willfully blind for money. How I run things isn't your concern. If you're not satisfied, resign. I'll approve it immediately. So I handed in my resignation right then. I admit, at that moment I was angry at the unfairness of life. Why do those who should be punished rise? Why do good people suffer? Such an unprincipled director isn't someone I want to follow. After leaving, I signed up for the rescue team, preparing to work on the front line. With this lesson, I hope to save more lives in the future. Before reporting for duty, I met up with Emily. When I saw her again, she looked so worn out. Her fair skin was even paler now. Emily, I'm here to remind you not to forget to go to the registry office in a few days to get the divorce papers, I said. She looked at me with broken eyes. Do you hate me? I shook my head. It was your parents who died. I have no reason to hate you. Tears rolled down Emily's cheeks. Yeah, my parents should hate me. I was the one who ruined them. Maybe if I had told Evan to delay the fireworks by a day, none of this would have happened. Hearing that, I got really upset. I shouted, "You're wrong. You still don't know where you messed up. You shouldn't have gotten tangled up with someone like Evan, and you shouldn't have distrusted me like that. We've known each other for so long, lived together for years. You really thought I'd use your parents' lives to fool you? Isn't that ridiculous? If you had chosen to trust me back then, if we hadn't argued, if you hadn't thrown that trophy at me, if you'd gone with me to find them, it wouldn't have been too late. Even if you didn't come with me, you could have told them to listen to me, and it wouldn't have happened. There were countless ways to make it right, but you chose the worst path. Now it's in front of you. Evan wouldn't help, and that's why your mom lost her last chance. And you're still choosing to be with him? How have I known you all these years and never realized how naive you are? Emily stared at me with confused eyes. Evan said no one contacted him, and there was nothing online about it. He wouldn't lie to me. We grew up together. I cut her off angrily. Nonsense. Stupid. I pulled out my phone and handed it to her. Luckily, I had the sense to record the video call with Evan back then. Her eyes widened as she repeatedly shook her head. How could this be? Did he kill my mom? No, there must be a mistake. I don't believe it. Seeing her in such denial, I didn't want to say more. I took my phone and walked away. 30 days passed. On the day we could get the divorce papers, I was waiting early in front of the registry office. But she never showed up. Called her. When are you getting here? Larry, can you come home? What do you want? I don't have time for this. Just come and let's get it done. Okay? She choked up on the phone. Please, could you come home and find me? Her voice sounded off, and bad thoughts flashed in my mind. I rushed to her place. But when I walked into what used to be our home, I saw her in a sexy champagne slip dress with light makeup. She smiled, walked up to me, and took my arm. You're back. I cooked a lot of your favorite dishes. I shook her off and frowned. You pretended to be in danger just to trick me into coming for a meal? I think we're done here. Let's go get those papers. But she hugged me, sounding pitiful. Can we not divorce? I'll be good. I'll stay away from Evan and listen to you. Please. I sighed and pushed her away. So now you realize Evan is a devil, and you remember me, your go-to guy when you're lonely? Emily, not everyone in this world will revolve around you. I loved you, I tolerated everything, but I don't anymore. Just let it go. Suddenly, a deep voice came from behind me. Who are you calling a devil? Emily's eyes filled with fear, and she quickly stepped away from me, sweetly walking over to Evan. No one, she said. What are you doing here? Aren't you working today? If I didn't come back, I wouldn't have caught you cheating, would I? With that, he tossed Emily onto the sofa and gave me a venomous look. Larry, I don't think you belong here. I ignored him and told Emily, next time, don't miss our appointment. And stop lying to me. From that day, Emily kept contacting me, begging me not to divorce her. I got so tired of it that I changed my phone number. But soon enough, she found out I was working with the rescue team and began calling the emergency line to reach me. Emily, you're using public resources. That's illegal, you know? I'm really in danger. Come save me. Please, I'm not lying. We had a rule. Always respond to calls, real or fake. Missing a chance could cost time and lives. Images of that day with Evan and the fear in Emily's eyes flashed in my head. So I quickly gathered my team and headed to her location. When we got there, she was sitting in her car, crying. What danger are you in? I asked. She ran to hug me. Larry, I miss my parents and you. Don't leave me. Please take me away. Frustrated, I pushed her away. Emily, did I not tell you to stop lying to me? I'll let it slide this time, but it's the last time. My warning didn't work. She kept using the rescue line to find me. To avoid breaking protocol, I went every time and got fooled every time. One day, a colleague took her call. She sounded panicked. Help! Get Larry to save me. Quick! She's famous in our rescue team. A lot of folks see her as a big liar and don't trust her anymore. Girl, can you stop the drama? What's the point? If you love acting so much, why not aim for an Oscar? After saying that, my coworker just hung up and ignored it. Surprisingly, she called again a while later. Cemetery. Come save me. This time, my coworker didn't even answer, just hung up directly. After a while, when I finished my previous task and came back, I heard them gossiping about this incident. I didn't take it seriously either. But not long after, I got a multimedia message on my phone. It was a photo of Emily leaning against a tombstone, covered in blood. My coworker poked their head over to join in. Oh wow, she's really committed to her act this time. Huh? Even though I didn't believe it, I had a bad feeling in my gut. Since I hadn't visited the cemetery to pay respects since my ex-parents-in-law passed, I figured I'd take this opportunity to go. So I drove to the cemetery alone. And I didn't expect this time it was real. When I reached the tombstone with fruit and wine in hand, Emily was semi-conscious from blood loss. Evan stood behind her, holding a long knife. You're tough to get here, aren't you? Called several times and you didn't come. What, you wanted Emily to know how it feels not to be believed. You did it. Look at her. Isn't she miserable now? Are you happy? What do you want? Why hurt her? Evan laughed, sticking out his tongue to lick the blood on the blade, acting like a total creep. Because she wanted to leave me. She changed her mind, didn't want to divorce you anymore. She was going to post evidence of me refusing to save someone online. So, tell me, should I not torture her? Evan, you still have a bright future ahead. Don't ruin it. Let her go. He laughed like my words were a joke, throwing his head back for a good while. As if, my whole life, I've never failed at getting what I want. Do you know why I ditched Emily back then and came back for her now? Because she listens to me. I tell her to love me, and she does. I tell her to wait, and she waits. Everything's under my control. Then he suddenly stabbed her in the back. I immediately yelled, "Stop. If you kill her, you'll face the death penalty too. Didn't you know? I have a mental disorder, paranoid personality disorder. Even if I kill both of you, I won't go to jail. How does that make you feel? What do you really want? Me? The simple. I want you dead. You have a copy of that video evidence too, right? If both of you die, nobody will know, and everyone will still see me as a genius." He bent down and placed the knife handle in Emily's hand, pointing the tip at me. "If you stab it into yourself, I promise to let Emily live. Don't you love her? Would you die for her?" At this point, Emily seemed to wake up from unconsciousness, smiling weakly at me and slowly standing up. "Larry, I finally understand where I went wrong. I shouldn't have let down someone who truly cared for me. I mistook my obsession with Evan for love, and only now do I realize I've long fallen deeply in love with you. I got my parents killed and stayed with someone who wouldn't save me. It's all my own fault. You should go, leave me, go." Suddenly, Emily found a surge of strength and drove the knife into Evan's eye. He screamed in pain and fell to the ground. Emily used the chance to stab him repeatedly until he stopped struggling. "Larry, goodbye. Let's not meet in another life." Emily coughed up blood and collapsed onto Evan. And with that, this drama finally came to an end.